my name is Song and this is my channel, and I am super excited for today's video because my new journal has arrived in the mail and I am so excited because it is so pretty. So I already opened it mostly, but let me show you what the whole cover looks like. So this is just the little paper that tells me about it. It's an A5 size. There is the size in inches. I hope I'm showing it to you. I can't see what I'm filming today because I'm using my phone for better quality. Anyway, so it says it's 92 dot grid pages. It's got an elastic band closure, a ribbon bookmark. The paper is acid free and archival. Not sure what that means. Hopefully it means that it's thick. The binding lies flat for ease of use, and there is an inside back cover. At the back it just says it again, and it is a Peter Pauper press ink notebook printed in Vietnam. Cool. Alright, so as you can see, the cover is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if it's gonna pick up on camera, but when I do this in real life, at least, it's kind of shifty, not very much, but yeah, it's super cool, so pretty. So if we open it up, it has this really pretty color on the inside, and so there it just says journal. It's got the Peter Pauper press ink logo over there, and then it just has a little story about their company. Here's the pages. It feels nice and thick, much thicker than my old journal, or should I say my current journal. This one, this paper is really thin. This paper here feels very thick. I don't see anything that says how thick the paper is, but it definitely feels more substantial than the other one. And here's my little purple notebook, not notebook, ribbon for keeping my place. And just so you know, I love space, so I love it so much. And it's got purple in, which is also my favorite color, so beautiful. Alright, so that's the pages. Let me count the grid spaces. Let me grab a pencil quick. Where's my pencil? Over here. Okay, so let's count. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. That's 26 across, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 up. Oh, that's nice. I haven't had one before that's got so many, but that's basically because I normally have ones that, you know, they have like more of a margin. So if you don't count those two, then it's 38, which is your usual dot grid spacing. So yeah, this is really pretty. The paper is like a creamy color. But let us do a paper test. Oh, before I forget, there's a really nice pocket at the back here. It's nice. The sides are a lot more, it's not the same kind of paper, which is pretty cool. Hold it up like this. That's a nice sizable pocket. That's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to come here to the back page to do some ink tests. Hopefully it holds up well. Alright, let me quickly grab my pens. I'll be right back. Alright, so I have gathered my writing implements. I have a couple of brush markers here and a Posca. So this is my Pentel Brush Pen. It says Pentel JFK Japan. So this is my marker that I used to color my let me show you. In this notebook, in all my notebooks, when I do this particular spread, my Bible reading tracker bookshelf, I usually color the shelf in with this marker. So in this, the Legami notebook, it ghosted a lot. I'm sure you can see that on it. Ghosted and even bled a little bit, quite a lot on this paper because it's quite thin. So I'm hoping that this won't ghost so much on this paper. So I have that pen. Let's give it a try. We just do a nice thick one. And I just want to go over it a little bit as coloring. Alright, so there's the Pentel Brush Pen. Next I don't actually use this one very much, but it's a nice brush pen. Cool to try it out. It's a Japan material brush pen, SB56. It's just one of these rubber kind of hard tip brush pen. Let's give that one a try. Alright. Next up, I have my Tombow Fudenosuke. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm holding it in line. Okay, my Tombow Fudenosuke in black. I have 10 colors of this, so I use these quite often. So let's use that one, and we do some lines. Alright, there goes the Tombow. Next I have a Sakura Koi coloring brush pen. I use these quite often in my setups. I really hope I'm staying in frame. So let's give the Sakura a try. I should try my fine liners too actually. I didn't think of those. I just want to see what happens if I color with this one as well. Right. Sakura Koi is over here. I also have my Posca marker. For good measure, let me grab some paper to get it out with. Alright, so there goes my Posca marker. And then I didn't think to grab my fine liners, but here we go. Here's my Pigma Micron 08. Shouldn't have too much problems with those. And then my colorful fine liners, let's give them a try quickly. They tend to be a little bit more inky. They're just cheap fine liners that I got at our local supermarket. It has a fine liner side and then also a thicker tip. Can give this a bit of a color as well. They tend to bleed if I color over them. Alright, so I have a whole pack of these, like 24 colors. So there's that. And then lastly, because I like to use my watercolors, I have my Sakura Koi Watercolor Pocket Field Sketch Box. Let's open that up. Please excuse my dirty palette. And as you can see, I use these quite a lot, and you can see that purple is my favorite color to use. So let's not put that on the laptop. Let me grab my paintbrush. I'm just gonna wet a color. Let's use one that I don't use so much, but I do want to use a dark color. Let's use this green. So I'm just gonna get a good amount of paint on here. Let's do some of that, and then I also want to do, because I do this quite often, to do a wash, is to wet it first, make it quite wet. And then for that one, let's use this pinky red. It's called cadmium red hue. Yes, use my cadmium red hue to just fill this in. I'm pretty sure that'll warp. It warped in my other notebook as well, so it'll make sense if it does warp, because it's not watercolor paper. So, and I'm pretty sure it's not 160 GSM. I'm sure this must be at least around 120 or so. Alright, so there I have tested my important mediums. So I just gotta wait for this paint to dry. Dry, paint, dry, dry. Alright, but let us turn this over, so we'll put it down flat. Okay, oh yes, this is much better. So my Pentel brush pen did ghost a little bit, and specifically more when I colored over it. So there's still a little bit of that. Okay, it looks like my watercolor paint is bleeding a little bit as well. But I just want to grab my older notebook. I'll be right back. So this was my usual notebook that I used to use. And this one I know has 120 GSM paper. but I just couldn't find this the last time I went searching for notebooks. So I just want to see what it looked like the last time I used watercolors. Here's one. Can you see they didn't? Oh, these pages are not normally this brown. Let me go to a normal page where I used... Where was my space theme? Here we go. Alright. So yeah, I was quite thick on the watercolors and they didn't bleed like that. I wonder if this will get better when it dries. But also for reference, when I used that, yes, I also used that Pentel Brush Pen, and although it ghosted a little bit, it was not nearly as much as in this notebook. Oh gosh. So yeah, that's what I'm used to working with. Let's close that up, put it off to the side. So this is ghosting just a little bit, but it's not nearly as much. Like even like the light strokes barely bursting, so it's really only where I went really thick that it's bleeding more. And I really want to see what this looks like. So like the dry watercolors is barely coming through. It's just this one where I'm quite wet. Let's wait for this to dry and then I'll check back in with you. Alright, I am back and my paint has dried. While I was waiting for it to dry, I got curious because I've been using gouache quite a bit lately, how gouache would hold up. So I'm just using my Primeart Gouache. I have a little starter pack of them. It's quite cute. I am definitely wanting to get some better gouache paints in the future because I've been enjoying using gouache. So I just put this lemon yellow down over here. So let us check the back again. So the drying didn't make the bleeding much better, or it did make it a little bit better. So I could probably do like maybe a cover page. I don't think I could use it in a lot of spreads to do like big washes like this. I can maybe do a cover page or so in watercolors. I can definitely use the gouache because the gouache doesn't seem to have, although there's just a little bit of warping. But then again, oops, to do a wash with gouache, I would basically do it the same way I do it with watercolors. So we'll see, it's kind of disappointing. I checked on their website as well while I was waiting for the paint to dry. I will insert a little video screen, but it basically just says on their website the same thing that the little sleeve thing said, except on the website it says that it's a thick pages. Oh no, that was for the other journal, the normal journal, but for on the website it also just says that it is or they say it's premium smooth finish archival acid-free paper. It's supposed to support pens, pencils and other media is what it says. But yeah, otherwise it's not too bad and it's very pretty. I think its prettiness makes up for the slightly thinner pages though. This page does feel thicker than my old notebook. Sorry, not my old one, my current one, the Legami one. It does feel like slightly thicker. So maybe it's like 110. Sorry, easily distracted. So it could be that this is maybe 110 rather than 100. I may also just be imagining things and it's the same thickness. But that ghosting does look better than it does on this page over here. So I don't know. But anyway, that is my review. I still like this notebook. And I will definitely be moving over to this notebook for April. Can you just dry please so that I can close? Let me put a paper in here. A little piece of paper that I can stick in here. Alright. So I'll definitely be moving over to this notebook for April because it's pretty and I like it more than I like the Legami one. And they didn't lie about it being flat. Look at this. Flatness, at least much more flatness than this damn notebook. Oh, excuse me. This darn notebook. I struggle so much with getting the lines done on this notebook because it's just like you can't get in there with a ruler. Anyway, let me stop complaining about the Lagami one. So this one is definitely flatter, which is awesome. Did I smudge some yellow there? Maybe a little bit, or I'm imagining things, I don't know. But yeah, so this is my new journal that I'm very excited about. I had a thought of maybe painting an astronaut over this, but I think not for this one at least. If I ever order it again, then maybe I'll paint an astronaut in black, you know, kind of like this one, except just to do the black of the, do it in black basically, with this showing through. That would be cool. But anyway, that is my, whoops, I'm out of frame. That is my review sort of my notebook. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will leave a link to the Peter Pauper Press website down below, and I'll also leave a link to the Loot, because I got it off loot.co.za, not sponsored or anything, but for if you're in South Africa. I don't know if Loot works in other countries. I should look that up. Anyway, so I'll leave the link to its listing on Loot as well, so that you can buy it if you want to. It's so pretty. Oh my word, I just love looking at this cover. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. Alright, that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day further, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!